All right, welcome back to another episode of the Agent Growth Podcast. You might have seen that we disappeared for a little bit. We wanted to re-strategize, and we have a great topic today. We're going to talk about how to finish 2024 strong and how do you actually get a good start to 2025. So if you don't know me, I'm your host, Jacob Sharman. I'm a real estate marketing expert with over 17 years of marketing experience. I have had my own marketing company for 13 plus years. And on top of that, I'm a real estate agent just like you. And I take all of my experience to help you grow your business. So if you haven't subscribed to this podcast or wherever you're listening to, or maybe you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you're notified every time we release new content. So the year isn't over yet. A lot of people, they're already in holiday mode. They're already kind of licking their wounds for the year and they're kind of giving up and waiting for that busy season to start. But this is actually the best time to really focus on your business. This is where I'm taking a lot of this downtime in my business too, as we come up to holidays, to ramp up production in all of my businesses for 2025. And this is the one thing, this is what I feel like separates the rest of the agents from the good ones and why we have the statistic 87% of agents fail is because they don't know how to push through these slow times. This is a perfect time. You always want downtime. When we get busy, what's the first thing we say? Oh, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. And then God gives us more time. And then we're like, oh, I don't have any business. I'm not doing well. Maybe I should quit. No, this is a perfect time to push through and figure out how to finish this year strong and to set yourself up for a good start in 2025. So what I want to do in this video is show you how you can re-strategize, how you can take a look at what's working and not working, and how you can finish this year strong, make use of this time, still make some money, and set yourself up for a good 2025 so you don't find yourself in the same boat. Because one of the things that you need to remember, especially with marketing, is that it takes time. A lot of you don't want to pay for ads. You don't want to spend a lot of money in lead generation. So when you're doing these organic methods, it takes time. And it's like you're compounding on your previous efforts. You got to be consistent. And so this is a great time to think about your content for the rest of the year, to ramp up content for next year. So we're going to kind of go into those plans. Got my trusty iPad here so I don't forget anything. And I want this to really be a session where you can not only listen, but take some notes. And to really get the most out of this year, I want to see everybody successful and have an amazing 2024 and still enjoy the holidays with your family, but when that time comes. So let's dive right in. So one of the first things that we need to do, and a lot of us don't do this, I'm guilty of this. I'm a very D-type personality. I just want to go, 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 go. I'm very ADD. I don't like to focus on the same thing for a while. A lot of times I work better without a plan, but sometimes that can be dangerous because I'll start 22 projects and find a hard time finishing them. So you need to, one, reflect on how you work in your personality. So if you don't have a plan, you don't have a way to track anything, this is the time to get all of those things set up. So what we're going to want to do is look at all of the things that we've done for 2024 and find out what's working for us and what's not working for us. So if you did any type of lead generation strategies, you did any type of marketing plans, any type of community reach, all of those things, you need to look through there, go through your CRM and look where all these people came from. And if you start finding out that, hey, more leads came from a YouTube, or maybe all of your good leads came from Google, whether it's Google Business Profile, whether it's Google Ads, local service ads, whatever it is, find that source. And that's the main thing that you want to make sure that you don't change and that you do more of. Remember, your business is going to look different than everybody. This is one thing that I don't like about social media. I don't like about YouTube with all these influencers is you compare yourself to them. Your personality, your business is completely different. Any agent in your area is going to look different. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing because they're connecting with that group of people. So do yourself a favor, give yourself some grace, and stop comparing yourself to other agents. I've had agents in our group that literally stopped following all of the real estate agents out there because they were finding themselves shaming themselves, not in a positive way, but in a bad way, where they're like, I'm not doing like they're doing. I'm not getting the leads they're getting. That's okay. That's meant for them. You need to find what's meant for you. So reflect on everything that you've done and take the time. If you're like me, sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time by diving into the data. I'm wasting time by making these reports or making these plans and automations when I could do it really quick in 2 seconds and be done. But this is where my growth, even this last year came in from my marketing business and everything, is I've actually been looking at what's working and what's not working and having the courage to say, let's get rid of this. You've probably seen a lot of changes in our business, the way I've partnered with certain things, all of that, because we were realizing certain things just weren't working. Just because they worked for a competitor doesn't mean they're working for us. So we need to target on what works well for us. For me, I shied away from video because I didn't like to be on camera. And I found out when I actually dedicated myself to the camera and recording content, I really 10x my business. I went from 300, little under 300 followers to, we're probably pushing at the time of this recording, almost 3,300. I monetized within 5 months. My marketing business flourished. My real estate business flourished, all because I focused on one marketing effort for my lead gen. Not to say that video is going to work for you, but if you feel dumb on camera like I do, people want authenticity. I think that's why my videos do well, is because I'm not afraid to say, oops, I hit my mic. Most people would cut that out. I am an imperfect person, and so are you. So reflect where you're at, be honest with yourself, and take time. That's why I'm taking time on this section, because without this data, everything else that we do is not going to work. You're just going to be spinning your tires in the mud and you're not getting anywhere. So take a look at everything that works. Try to track all of this stuff as much as you can. And if you don't have that set up for tracking, now's the time to definitely do that. So as we reflect on that, start creating a marketing plan on how you're going to finish 2024 strong. Don't stop now. This is where, honestly, this should be the most effort you put into 2024, is right here at the end. It's like pushing through to that finish line. You lose kind of energy and gas in the middle, but this is the time to finish strong, because it's going to give you a sense of, accomplishment to an excitement to really hit 2025. If you fail at the end of the year, that's how you're going to start your year. So if you work hard now, you're going to start a 2025 strong. And that's what you need to focus on, is hitting the ground running now. So that way, when March, April, May, whatever your busy season comes in, you're ready. You're not scrambling to try to get leads then. And we'll cover that a little bit later. So one thing too is to finish the year strong, okay? Start taking a look at old clients. So as you're going through that CRM to see where clients came from, start making notes. Do you have any client anniversaries? You should have that on an automation. If they bought a home, happy 1-year home anniversary. We have text messages and things that go out automatically for our clients, and we want them to feel like we care, because we do, but I also want to stay top of mind. So any type of automation that you can set, start looking at data of your customers, send out holiday cards. Some of you, I know, catch up on Netflix series, even though a lot of us probably spend too much time in front of the TV and we say we don't have enough time to do anything. But as you're sitting there watching shows, have a stack of holiday cards ready to send out to current leads that are working with you, that have responded, past clients, so you can stay top of mind. Because remember, just because they bought a house, maybe they're not going to buy another one for 10 years or sell their house, but they know people. If you're always top of mind, that you care, that you're always doing something, you can always generate referrals, and they'll be willing to give you referrals. You don't want to be salesy about it. You just want to be authentic. So look for ways to reconnect with past clients. Right now, this is the perfect time of year. Do some giveaways. If you're looking for content to finish out the strong at the beginning of the year, do a giveaway every week. This is one of the easiest ways to grow your following. I even need to do it more. I'm guilty of it. I coach a lot of real estate clients that, either have coaching with us, products with us, or are in a real estate group here at EXP. But this is one of the things that I tell them, and it works, because it's cheaper than running ads. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's a great way to partner with local businesses and organizations in your community, and they're pushing your brand, and you're getting in front of an audience that you never had. You can literally take $100 a month, give away $25 a week, and you can even do a few giveaways in that week. You can do, the top giveaway is maybe a $20 gift card, and you give away a small $5 gift card to second place or whatever. But find a place to market, and then tell them, hey, I want to, do a regular giveaway. I'm going to tag you. Can you make sure you post this out? Because they're going to want them to come in with that gift card. and spend more money. That's why people love gift cards. That's why even sometimes in the store you see that you get a $75 gift card and you're only paying $60 for it. And they're selling it at other retails because they know if people come in with that gift card, they're notoriously going to spend more money. So this is a great marketing way to not only push local businesses, go find these mom and pop businesses that, have a decent following, but they're struggling to get the word out. Get the word out and start doing giveaways where you can do a shopping spree or give away an item that you purchased around the holiday times. This is when I would do the most giving. And then you could even do something fun in December. You could do the 12 days of Christmas giveaway, kind of like Ellen used to do on her show. Every day you're giving away something. It doesn't have to be huge. People love free stuff. And then you do where in order to enter, you either go fill out the form on your website. You captured a lead, right? You can use a Google Doc form. Super simple to set up, send them to that landing page, or to register, they have to like your post, they have to share it, maybe to their stories or, depending on what platform they're on, and they have to tag at least 3 people. And you can tell it, hey, for every 3 people you tag, that's an entry. So however you do it, have fun, but make sure people are following you, they're sharing your platform, and this will not only grow your business, but help you get some leads right away. Because remember, people that like your social media content, people that follow you, comment or message you, those are a lead because you have a way to contact them. You can direct message them on social media. And if you do it right, you can easily get a lead from that. So follow up in your database, find ways to reconnect with people, put feelers out if there's anything that you can sponsor this time of year. Do a toy drive, do a coat drive. I have an agent that she does this every year. Her and her husband dress up as a turkey and they hand away pies. And they always tell their people, come look for Mr. and Mrs. Turkey. And all of their past clients, the current clients they're working with that are, actual under, buyers or sellers agreement, they are giving them a free pie. They tell them to register what they want, and then they give a time to come pick it up. They also do a coat drive. There's a lot of things that you can do at this time of year, not only to help yourself get a lead, but also to provide true value and give back. And that's what people are looking to connect with. And they're going to remember that pie because now they didn't have to buy one for Thanksgiving. You saved them a little bit of money, some time in the kitchen, and you're also helping out a local business that's supplying those pies too. And maybe you can work out a deal with them because you could have the pickup location at their location and people might want to come in and buy more stuff. So get those creative juices flowing. Some of you, especially with smaller budgets, there's a lot you can do if you just get creative and try to partner with people. So go through that database, find ways to reconnect with people in an authentic, genuine way. And that way you can help finish out this year strong and maybe even have some leads to go back and to work on the next year. So do that. Also take a look at your content. What content is working? What didn't work? Maybe you're just trying to do that YouTube channel. You've been putting it off like I did for over 2.5 years. I did a video here and there, and it was basically because Tharmila forced me, hey, let's do this, this live call, let's do this. And she would always tell me, go do video. You just have the personality. And I didn't think so. And now I love doing it. I love sitting here like this. This is just my natural element, talking and sharing what's in this crazy mind of mine that's full up here that needs to come out. But go and do that YouTube channel. Whatever content maybe you've been putting off to start, now's the time. While you have wished for more time, God has given you more time, and it might be a little stressful, but the more you push through it, I guarantee it's going to be okay. If you need help, you need ideas, search out people like me. We have great resources that can help you. I have ideas on my YouTube channel that you can go surf, but you can get a lot of great content ideas. I have my city script that you can find on my website. You can go download that. It's an easy way to record. But one thing I would tell you, when you're starting this content, keep it simple. My setup right now is simple. You can put your phone, you can put a webcam. I do have a nicer microphone that I upgraded, but you can get those lapel mics for $30 and just keep it simple. You can do a format like this on YouTube, talking about different areas, talking about different markets. There's so many different creative ways that you can do YouTube content, especially if you're not great at editing. There's things like CapCut that you can get for your phone and desktop now that make editing super simple. Tons of content on how to edit with those. And there's VAs out there, all that stuff. Again, if you need help, reach out, book a consultation with me. I'd love to help you get that. But start focusing on content. So what content should you be focusing on? YouTube channel, social media. If you're not using your Google Business Profile, you are missing out on a ton of leads. This is one of the easiest things. It's free. I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel on how to get the basics done. I have a full-blown course we're going to be running a lot of deals on for Black Friday, so watch out for those. Literally walk you step by step on how to master your Google Business Profile and how to really get that to rank #1 in your local market, because over 50% of local businesses have not claimed their Google Business Profile. And I can tell you about 90% of agents just set up the profile and they never touch it again. This is something like social media you need to be doing on a daily basis, but you can take 2 to 3 hours a month, schedule everything, and you're done. And I've had agents in as little as 2 to 3 months in busy areas start getting 6 to 8 calls a week directly from their Google Business Profile. So that's another thing that you can do. You could be putting blogs on your website. Go look on my YouTube channel. I have talked to how you can use one strategy and post to YouTube. Take that script, put it in ChatGPT and create a blog article. How to take that YouTube video, upload it to something like Opus Clip. And now you've got 10 short form videos that you can put on social media, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and how you can take your YouTube videos, your blog articles, and other content and make those as updates on your Google Business Profile, your blogs on your website, embedding YouTube videos. Go through that strategy. You can take one thing and repurpose it and have a strong social presence, a strong SEO presence in your local market. So start focusing on that kind of content right now. Get that systematic, get videos made ahead of time. Like one thing we're pushing for the end of the year for my YouTube channel, because I've had the last few months where I usually have 3 videos go out. I've had 2 and sometimes 1 because we've gotten swamped because of the momentum it gave me. But what happened? Instead of keeping that systematic thing, I'm making that videos, recording and batch recording. I was getting the momentum because I'm not perfect. And now we're finding ourselves slowing down a little bit. So this is where we're going to push ahead and batch record all of our content for next year. So this is something that's huge and that you need to be doing now, because you can prep. So that way, when you get to those busy parts of your year, if you do miss a video, not that you want to, but it's okay. You're not going to suffer. You have the time to get all of those things ahead. So start looking at content, start looking at your tools, your systematic tools. What can you do to optimize your time right now? So you've had a busy year. You've seen what worked for you. You've seen repetitive tasks. Take 10, 15 minutes and look at it from the client side, on the buyer side, the seller side, the renter side, the investor side, whatever niche you're working in. Look at every little thing they have to do, every little thing that you have to do, and find a way, if you can automate it. If it's a repetitive task that really is, you're telling the same thing or sending the same type of email out, and the only thing that's really changing is the client's name, the client's email, client's information, that's an automation. With Zapier, it's an automation in a platform like High Level. You can automate these things so that way you don't have to send them out. So when a certain event happens, that workflow kicks in and is able to do that. My automations save me at least 40 hours a week. It saves me from having to hire a VA. Now, do I have VAs? Yeah, I have 3 that work just for me, but I'm able to streamline those processes because we have automations in place. When certain leads come in, when certain things happen, if you're not utilizing things like smart campaigns, you're not using things like your booking calendar, nobody should be emailing or texting you to say, what's your availability? If they do, you should be sending them their calendar link and say, find a date and time that works for you. On your website, on your social medias, you should have your calendar link. So that way that's grabbing the lead. If they're not in your CRM already, it's automatically putting them in there, and it's showing them what's available in your calendar. So that way you don't have to go back and forth. And honestly, your conversion rate's going to go up, because the more time you go back and forth, they're just going to get frustrated, move on, especially if there's not availability. So look at things like your calendar, your IDX searches. Is your website optimized? Can people really find the content they're looking? Look at your Google Analytics if you haven't put it in there. You should have Google Analytics, super easy to install. And that's going to tell you what your bounce rate is. If your bounce rate is super high, they're staying on there 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds. It means they can't find the content that they want, or the search result or wherever they were referred from didn't give them the information that they needed. And that's the way Google interprets this, and that will hurt your SEO ranking, because if they feel like they're leaving early, they didn't find what they needed. So your site is not relevant for that specific search term or where they came from. We want to keep people on our site for a few minutes, right? We want them clicking around. So having your homepage optimized where everything that they need, all your services, everything, whether it's getting them to the buyer's funnel, the seller's funnel, home valuation, searching for homes in a specific area under a certain price range, let them schedule a consultation, chat with you, whatever it is, have it optimized. Think like your user so you can deliver a better user experience and you have a better website that is actually capturing leads. I did a previous video that showed you how to kind of 10x your leads. And the way you can do this is by optimizing your lead capture. And I give you every idea to include on your website. And it's something anybody could input themselves as well. So as we're starting to figure out what we can systemize, what we can optimize to give a better experience, not only for the end of the year, but for the beginning of the year, we need to also take a look at some personal development. What did we do wrong? One of my biggest flaws is I get excited really quickly, okay? And it's a good thing. I'm willing to pull the trigger. I only need to think about it. I go with my gut reaction, my gut feeling on a product or a service. And to me, what's the worst that can happen? We say, it's not working or whatever. And then on top of that, another flaw of mine is I don't like to stick to a schedule. I don't like to do the same thing every day. So I found a way to kind of keep my schedule creative, blocking off certain times for certain activities to make sure they're getting done. And I have to look at myself, being willing to say, what feedback can I give myself that really didn't work? That was my fault. It wasn't the client's fault. It wasn't a broken system, or it wasn't my brokerage. A lot of people leave their brokerages because they think they're broken. I see a lot of people that come to EXP and leave and think it's EXP. It's them. They had the same problem at every brokerage. It's just that you don't have good personal development and you need to invest in self-help. So willing to take this time of the year to reflect. This is why we have New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year that nobody ever accomplishes. I'm not a big New Year's resolution person because I feel like you shouldn't wait till the first of the year to do that. And when most people set that, they're not going to accomplish it. But start being honest and open with yourself. Write down one thing that you would love to work on by the end of the year. So work on that and then start setting goals. Like what goals can you do to finish out the year strong? How much content are you going to get done? How much follow-up are you going to do? Make an action plan for not just next year, but the remainder of this year. Set actionable goals that are good and easy for you to accomplish. Don't set crazy goals. I've had agents come in and say they're going to do 100 deals the first year. Can you? Yeah. But are you? Probably not. And then what happens if you don't even get close to that goal? You're just going to lose motivation. Set actionable goals. So if you say, hey, I'm going to start this YouTube channel, or I'm going to start my podcast, I'm going to do one video a week. Don't come in and say, I'm going to do 3 videos a week and I'm going to have all these channels. I've done that. I failed at it because I didn't start with the small things. Even in the Bible teaches that once we're faithful over the small things, then God will bless us with bigger things. Because if we can't do the basics, let's say you have a small apartment and you're wanting a home. If you can't keep that small apartment clean, you can't keep it maintained, you don't take care of it, what makes you think you're going to take care of a bigger home that's an even bigger responsibility? It's the same thing in our life. We want more business, right? But we're not taking care of the small things, like we're lacking in follow-up. If you lack in follow-up, hire an ISA. You can get an ISA for about $90 a week. I can recommend a company if you reach out to me. I use them for all of our real estate lead generation follow-up because I don't have time to do follow-up. I have 2 businesses, I have a team we're watching and training, and I don't have time to do follow-up. I'm not good at that follow-up. So that's where I have automations in place. I have ISAs, people doing those calls for me to make sure that those leads don't feel like they're forgotten. So find things like that that you can automate, that you can do, and you can get better at. Find things that you are good at and not good at, and find a way to outsource those things that you don't enjoy, that you're not good at, and stop taking everything on for yourself. So set those goals on how you're going to finish the end of the year, what you're going to start in the beginning of the year, things that you can outsource, things that you can find somebody else with a better expertise to have a better, stronger year where you can take some of that pressure off on yourself and focus at what you're good at. Just because the year's over with, people are focused on the holidays, doesn't mean that people aren't still moving. Guess what? There are still closings happening. One of my closings last year happened the day after Christmas. How crazy is that? I had one happen a few days before Christmas. So people are still moving, people are still buying, people are still out there because this is also some of the vacation time that they're using to get some of those things done. So find those people. Remember, connect with the people that are going to want to work with you. Quit trying to go after all this other crazy stuff and do that. Push to the end of the year, figure out how you're going to do it. Start doing things, giveaways, more social media content, YouTube content, reach out to your current database. If you're a new agent, go do some open houses. Open houses are a great way. I've done tons of videos on that to work with leads before the open house, how to get them, and work with them after the open house. I have agents that did their first open house and already have a buyer they're working with to buy a home. It's a way you can easily get in. Listing agents don't like to do a lot of their open houses, and it's something that you can easily go in and start doing and getting leads to this year. So after all that talking, basically leverage what you can. There's so many things out there. So many agents are trying to do what everybody else is doing. Find out something unique for you. A good example is with open houses. I heard a girl in our group, she is a single mom, right? So when her kids are home, the weekends, she doesn't have time to do open houses, right? She didn't have a lot of time to go out with clients. Well, if she's a single mom that doesn't have time on the weekends, I bet there's other single parents that don't have time on the weekends or time in the early mornings and late afternoons because their kids are home. So if she's experiencing that, I'm sure there's at least one other person that's experiencing that that's looking to either buy or sell their home. So what she started doing was shorter open houses, so around an hour and a half, definitely under 2 hours. You don't want to do over 2 hours. And then what she started doing was doing them on like a Tuesday or a Thursday, and found out that quite a few people showed up. Some people might come on their lunch breaks. Some single parents are going to come when their kids are around. Even if they have a babysitter, they might not want to pay for one to go look at a house. So if they can catch that open house during the week, you're going to get those serious buyers that nobody's just going to show up in the middle of the week. A lot of more of your looky-loos are going to be on the weekend. So find something that you can do different that fits how you operate. And I guarantee you're going to attract people, because if you're feeling that, somebody else is feeling that. So find what works for you and literally be honest. If you did give it time, some of you run ads, some of you do the YouTube like I did for a month, and then you cross it off. That didn't work. When we ran our Google ads, we said we were committing to this for 6 months. We hired an ISA to call the leads, handle all the nurturing. The only thing we showed up for was questions on the phone that they had, if they needed to talk to us, or the consultation. And we said, no matter what happens, we're going to do this 6 months. And God tested us with that. We didn't have any results for the first 3 months, a ton of crappy leads, but then a few good consultations came in. And then we ended up working with 6 clients, and we should have about 2.7 million closed, even though it took us a little over a year to get all that done. But you're talking, $60,000+ in commission. Just one of those deals is going to be $36,000 in commission, because it's a double-ended deal. And our buyer ads targeted sellers. So we found out what worked with us. We dedicated. So if you're honest that hey, I gave it 6 months, it didn't work, it's not for you, move on, go find something else. If we were all meant to do the same thing, then we'd all be successful, and that's not the key. You need to find things that work for you and that are easy for you to do, and keep going. Things that you are eventually going to warm up to like. You might be nervous in the beginning, but go find things for you. If you're doing an open house, go knock on some doors, go spread the word. There's so much you can do right now to get a lead, because I guarantee you, if you were desperate enough, you could find business. You would be out there peddling the streets. So find something that you can do today to finish the year strong. And as you're doing those things, start making your plan on what you're going to do for 2025 to hit the ground running. And remember, if you kind of fade out this year, you're not going to hit the ground running for 2025. So now's the time to beef it up, because I guarantee you these 3 months will be gone fast, and you're going to blink and be like, wow, it's already the first of the year. And then by the time you get a plan, it's going to be summer and you still didn't do anything. So don't fall behind. I see this all the time, that you wait to get started. Again, this is the thing I always tell people: whatever day you start, give yourself 3 to 4 months. That's before you're going to see a result. So every day that you delay, you're going to see a result. So if you start now, December, January, February, you're not going to see anything probably till the end of February. And that's perfect timing to get through all this slow time. So do what works for you. If you need help, you guys know I'm here. Maybe you're not at the right brokerage for you. Maybe you're not getting the training and the things that you need, and you'd love to be coached by a person like me, have access to all of our resources. In every video, there's a link where you can book a one-on-one call with me. Go to my website, jacobshireman.com. There is a link to partner with me. Take a look at partnering with me at eXp Realty inside the Agent Wolfpack. We're partnered with amazing people like Connor Steinbrook, Mike Sherrard, Tharmila Rajasingham. We have a full circle marketing plans for you when it comes to social media. We have masterminds. We have website design. We have SEO handled, Google Business Profile, YouTube, everything you need to be successful and find a plan that works for you. All of my agents that come partner with me, I give them a custom marketing plan that fits them, their marketing, and what they're looking to accomplish. It's not a cookie cutter plan. I give all of those agents a 90-day marketing plan. Plus, you can get weekly coaching by me. We have masterminds. So if that's where you feel like you're struggling, maybe it's time to make that change. This is the time to make a change if you're going to do a brokerage. If you're a team leader and broker owner and your business is failing, you're struggling to keep the doors open, take a look at partnering with me. We give you all of these resources. eXp takes all of the admin work, chasing those signed documents, broker support, all of that. You can focus on truly building a business and providing your team all these resources, because we give all these resources for free at no extra cost or split to you or your agents as well. So if that's something you're struggling with, take a look. If you're struggling with marketing, take a look at my marketing company. We do everything from web design to SEO to Google Business Profile, video editing. We can help get you VAs, branding, graphic design, social media, all of those things. We can help you, and we understand where you're coming from because we're agents too, but we're not real estate agents turned marketers. I've been in marketing 17 years. I've had a company for over 13 years doing marketing, and I've been an agent for coming up 4 years now. So I know where you're at. We work with thousands of agents. We've coached them. If you're looking for coaching, I have coaching plans as well that coincide with our products that you get as a part of that coaching plan. Or if you need a monthly coaching plan or just a call here and there, you can go schedule all of that on my website. I am truly here to help and provide value when I can. Maybe that's not in your budget. Guess what? I have a YouTube channel full of amazing things. I give you the full value. I don't hold back. So go find those there. We have courses on there that you can purchase as well, plus a lot of free stuff as well. So go take a look at all of that. And again, if you want to keep seeing content like this, so go ahead and follow us on any of those podcast platforms like Spotify, Apple, all of those things. And then if you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, hit that notification bell. And if you guys have any questions, drop those down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video and in the next podcast.